Scroll of consciousness number 1. Shift. A lack of understanding around the entwined connection between the leading organizations of every industry and the families who run them will leave you vulnerable to the traps laid out to hold you back from unlocking your true powers. In order to begin understanding, you must shift your perspective on how you view the world. You must realize that what you think are your personal worldviews and ideologies aren't even yours at all. They've been fed to you through the education system, media, entertainment, advertising, celebrity endorsements, and everything else you indulged in since the day you entered this world with a young and malleable mind. John D. Rockefeller once said, "I don't want a nation of free thinkers, I want a nation of workers." Ironically, he invested $129 million into funding the first public schools across America. He was a large influence in shaping the modern education system as we know it. He was also America's first billionaire who turned modern medicine into today's biggest business monopoly. And as you know, the pharmaceutical industry only profits off of those who are sick. So if the Rockefellers and families alike could plant information in the education system, which trained you to believe that a certain way of living and eating was the healthiest way to live your life, you can now begin to see how it's simply an act of fraud. If they control the basis of the reality you perceive, then they essentially control what you consume. If what they convince you to consume makes you sick and affects your ability to critically think, it loops back into the pharmaceutical industry where you're prescribed pills, making you even more sick and making it even harder to critically think. This is a system which hijacks your mind and sucks you dry of your energy, much like a parasitic vampire. As you age into adulthood, the dark clouds of control which flood your mind become thicker and thicker, making the truth even harder to see. You ultimately become a pawn, whose only purpose is to serve the creators of the system, giving them greater wealth, greater power, and greater control. If you've made it to this page and you're watching this video, you have already awakened. You are a seeker of consciousness. Welcome to the tribe.